Hey everyone, this is Walter, and I'm back here with more Reddit crap. Today we're talking about nice guys once again. Men who think telling people they're nice is a replacement for having an actual personality. Let's just get started with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. Last thing, and I will never contact you again. I certainly don't need to. I've been thinking about this most of the day. You gave me a freaking time limit. That's definitely a first. You know what else? I have not once in my life ever been rejected by any girl, female, or woman. Know why? First of all, I'm used to being pursued. I'm not arrogant by any stretch. It's just the way things have always been. I truly don't really know how to woo a woman. I've never had to. Oh, he's using one of Russell Greer's favorite words, woo. That is always a good sign. And no, I don't believe this guy that he's never been rejected. But I certainly do know how to treat one. How to make them feel comfortable, happy, safe, loved, and all while not changing who they were whatsoever. You honestly think you can judge me in less than 30 minutes? Not just me, but the entirety of the South? Try to make me feel bad when you don't know me at all? That's pretty petty, actually. And my impression of you was not that of a judgmental, petty person. Jaded? Most likely. I'd say you're definitely used to being with fools. Is that my fault? Absolutely not. Did you label me? Put me in a massive group of men that treated women poorly? Yes, you did. Was it just? Was it correct? True? Not in the slightest. It's borderline ridiculous. Not once have I met any girl on any date and they didn't latch on to me immediately. Because I am a vibrant vibe. I also have a Reiki type of touch that makes anyone I touch tingle blissfully. That's actually huge. I have learned how to literally make my own body vibrate. Which is why my wife slept with me for 4 nights straight, the week before the day she told me she was leaving. Selfish of her. But that's how it goes, I guess. I also am warm and kind, compassionate and eventually passionate. Protective only if I need to be. But if I need to be, I will destroy anyone or anything necessary to protect those in my circle and anyone innocent I happen to see in trouble. Fact. And I'm damn loyal. To a fault. And in retrospect, I analyzed the conversation. For a first-time conversation? Ever? Yeah, you don't want to mess with this guy. He knows the mystic arts. He'll blow yoga fire at you or something. And does he think being loyal to a fault is supposed to be a good thing? And under a time constraint, which should never be put on any relationship. It wasn't really that bad. We spoke of artifacts, land, and Tesla. A little about my business. All for your benefit, actually. I don't give a damn about the fact that I spoke more than you did. I would have ceded the microphone to you in a heartbeat. All I did was keep a conversation going. I'm not a damn mind reader. Are you? No, you are not. And I thought when we actually met, then I would get a chance to learn all about who you were. No one can learn that in less than 30 minutes. Ever. Even if I said absolutely nothing at all. And since you were so sketchy about giving up your number, which I don't blame you for, I was simply trying to squeeze in too much, in too short a time. That's the only thing I might have done better on. But I wanted you to know I was for real. Period. Plus, I actually beat you to the punch when I apologized first. Which I rarely do because I don't need to. Because I honestly don't know how to treat a lady poorly. And certainly not because I have some pathetic need to make myself feel better, lol. I freaking know who the hell I am. But you? Obviously, do not. If you did, you wouldn't have made such a presumptuous error concerning my very character. On what logic? If you did that to me, for what reason? You will not make it with any man that's ever worthy of having him by your side. I say this not to wound, but for your possible benefit. It's damn sure not because I am rude, narcissistic, or ungentlemanly. Nope. This has something to do with you. Your history with other men. The absolute last thing I would intentionally do would be to offend you. I even told you that beforehand. Jeez. I would treat you like no man likely ever had, nor even will, in ways you simply cannot fathom. Beautiful ways. If I did in fact like you. Which could not possibly be decided yet. That is an awful lot of words to send someone if you're not even sure you like them yet. Never been rejected by a girl, woman, or female? Very impressive, very believable. LOL, yeah, especially when his wife left him. This was the last slew of texts after I told him I wasn't interested and wished him the best. I have not responded to any of his texts. The time limit he's referring to was me telling him I could only talk for 30 minutes. 34 minutes in, I had to interrupt him and tell him I had to go. He talked the entire time and showed no curiosity about me. Yikes, I dodged a bomb. Generally, if you're trying to talk to someone and they're not saying anything, it'd feel awkward. But this guy notices he's the only one talking, and he's like, yeah, this is fine. She probably doesn't have anything to say anyway. Let's ramble about Tesla. Wait, so he just rambled on a call for 34 minutes straight, and then texted for God knows how many pages straight, too? Man sure loves the sound of his own voice and thumbs. LMAO, never been rejected, but your wife left. My G. Ugh, so cringe. Literally talked the entire time. He kind of asked me a question and started talking again before I could answer. I'm thinking unmedicated ADHD, or a form of narcissism. Oh, and apparently he was talking about Nikola Tesla, the person, not the company. Dude, that Reiki touched his head. My guy is crashing out on a spiritual plane, LMAO. God, I love sending K. It's almost addicting. You just know they're fucking frothing at the mouth after sending you a dissertation and getting one single letter in response. Just such a dopamine hit. Alternatively, I'm also a fan of, I'm not reading all of that, but I'm happy for you though, or sorry that happened. Yeah, too long didn't read. This next story is from Reddit Nice Guy Stories, a place where you too can post your stories about nice guys and I might read them at some point. You chose the bag of rocks over a pot of gold, says my nice guy friend. I told him on more than one occasion that I am happy with, attracted to, and in love with my partner. While I used to be attracted to my friend many years ago, my feelings have since changed and he was aware that I liked him as a brother and family. We would hang out, nothing romantic or sexual would happen or be talked about. I asked if I ever made him uncomfortable years after. He said no. We stopped being romantic years before I met my boyfriend. I would talk to my friend about anything, and he even seemed to care about me, my boyfriend, and my boyfriend's daughter. He would send us Christmas cards, kind gifts, nice cards, and ask how we were doing. When he confessed feelings for me, I was flattered, but I did not reciprocate, as I wasn't under this impression. Gradually, it descended into a barrage of verbal abuse, via text, one of the gems saying that I choose a bag of rocks, my boyfriend to him, over a pot of gold, friend to himself. He literally thinks he's perfect, evolved, has done all this work on himself. Guess what? My boyfriend is also doing this. He is working hard to make sure we stay afloat. My friend has a lot more money than boyfriend and I put together, but I wasn't after that, nor was I after him as a side piece or last option. I genuinely liked being around him because I thought he was safe and told him so. He said some other horrible things, including about my whole family being narcissists. He accused me of lying about my feelings and that I had too big of an ego and mask. While I liked my friend's personality and we connected really well, we agreed a long time ago that it wouldn't work out, due to him being my parents' friend. Excuse me, my guy, but there was no competition. We would talk about him and the potential women that entered his life, and I never got mad or upset about it. My boyfriend knew that my friend was like an older brother to me, and I won't tell people the negative shit he said about him, but come on. Dude is pushing 60 years old. My boyfriend and I have a big age gap, but my boyfriend knew me as an adult. This guy knew me since I was 9. I know what his problem is, but I've noticed he does this a lot with friends in my family over disagreements, differing opinions, anything really. I called him out, he didn't like it, and said that we all need to heal. His last words to me were that he wanted a mature woman who could stand on her own 2 feet and take responsibility for her actions. Someone who he said definitely wasn't me. It's the "you can't fire me, I quit anyways" energy. I am done with him, but still hurt as we had a great friendship, which he didn't even acknowledge. Yeah, Lucas also likes to crash out when he sees age gap couples and gets jealous. Is there any more universal woman's experience than having a male friend for years until a switch is flipped and they decide they don't actually want to be around you if you're not dating? Heartbreaking every single time though. Glad your boyfriend is a good one. These losers won't get it. He clearly doesn't respect your judgment, or you. And since he doesn't respect you, that will always make him the inferior option. They just don't get that they're actually not a catch. Their egos prevent them from growing and learning. Also, you don't say how old you are, but if he's known you since you were 9 and are the friends of your parents, I'm assuming he was older than like 16 when he met you. In which case, ew. I want y'all's opinion on this. A guy and a girl, 18 and 18, date for a week that feels like a dream and have an amazing connection. They date for a month later, but the guy never gives up for 3 years, no matter what she does, and is always the kindest person ever to her when no one else is. She doesn't want him ever again, and nobody else talks to her romantically. Who's in the wrong? The guy who stuck around for 3 years, or her? I don't know that I'd say anyone is in the wrong per se, but he's basically saying this guy has ulterior motives, and she's not into him, so it can't be great for either of them. I read a few of your other replies, and I do want to say that genuinely continuing to dwell on this and try to make someone in the wrong for a breakup that just happens, especially being so young like that, is going to keep you lonely and keep you isolated. You have to try to find some kind of peace and okayness with just being alone. For all you know, that's what she's doing. 3 years after meeting, at 18. That means you're like, what, 21? You need to work on yourself. Your brain is not even fully developed yet. You know, I would say this is her on a alt, but she can't type that long of a comment. What, like, he's implying she wants to speak to him so much she made an alternate account? Yeah, I don't think that's the scenario here, guy. The guy. Believe people when they tell you no, and go where you're wanted. You'll be happier. But I'm just not wanted. Because you're chasing the wrong one, BB. Or, crazy, groundbreaking, revolutionary idea, she just wasn't into you anymore. Y'all grew apart and she's not dating. Doesn't mean anything's wrong with either one of you. But if you continuously dwell and think like this, something will become wrong with you for sure. Brother, move on. Doesn't seem like there are other options right now, but you gotta live life and love will find you. I just can't. Everyone around me right now is happy, and here I am alone. Even my own parents have abandoned me for their romantic partners. I'm just so lonely. When I have a bad day, I have nobody to tell. When I want to do something or go somewhere, I go alone. Do you know how sad it is eating alone? I just can't take being lonely anymore. She can't type a comment this long after no one is as kind to her as I am, is wild. Why can't these guys accept that the girl is not a bad person because she decides this isn't what she wants for the rest of her life? I don't know, man. I broke it off with my ex simply because I couldn't see a future with them. It was a good split, no hard feelings. The hardest part was making the decision. People grow and change, and their preferences change. They were likely 15 when they were together. This is absurd. Yeah, nice guys deal in absolutes. God forbid a breakup didn't have an obvious hero and a villain. Let's do one more, and this one's from Grindr, I think. Gay nice guys? Yeah. Wasn't sure if it was allowed on here, but I guess I'll find out. Man, of course it is. It's amazing watching these guys try to pull the exact same bullshit on men too. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that, lol. Whoops, my bad. I was feeling myself. How are you, man? No, it's okay. I'm good, thanks. Just hanging out. You? Same. Wanna come hang out for a bit? It's a long shot, but I'm shooting it, haha. I was thinking. I think you're hot, but I didn't really feel much when we talked on video. I didn't know how to say it, and I don't want to offend. It sucks because you seem like a cool person. I think we need the obligatory nice guy before and after being rejected meme here. I appreciate the honesty, but how could you feel something via video chat? Haha. I say we hang out first and go from there, but I also don't want to force it. I know I'm a great guy. I don't know. You can still feel vibes through video, I think. I mean, there's a lot I can say about your vibe, but I wasn't going to judge based off a video chat. It's all good though, I won't force it. I don't have much to say about your vibe because you seem nice and easygoing, which you don't often find on Grindr. The problem is just me, lol. Of course the OP is just trying to get out of this without making it more awkward, but nice guy won't allow it. I'm very nice and easygoing. I'm pretty confident about that. I don't think it's fair to judge someone based off one video chat, but I'm also not going to force something. It definitely feels like more of an internalized issue with you than it does with me, and I say that with all due respect. I'm still open to meeting you, but the ball is in your court, handsome. We can go as slow as you want. It's okay. I'm not offended. I think you're right about it being issues with me. Sorry. No need to be sorry, man. This is why we're communicating and talking it through. I see no harm in it. All I'm saying is, don't be so quick to judge and jump to conclusions. We have to give people chances. Your vibe was very monotone, but I wasn't going to not meet you because of it. I saw past it and could see the good in you, but that's just me and who I am. Like I said, I'm still open to meeting, but I'll leave it up to you. I appreciate you telling me all that. I'm not sure what or how to say it. I just know I wouldn't be into it. And of course this guy's the most typical fedora tipping nice guy you could ask for. And then he sends a dick pic, and it ends like this. Fucking weirdo. Trying to guilt you for your decision, then attacking you personally, your vibe, monotone, etc. And then telling you how cool he is to see the good in you, despite all of your weaknesses that he just now thought up, equals 100% predatory. He's looking for the weak ones, and it ain't you. Good for you, OP. Yeah, the OP didn't give an inch. Well met. Anyway, it's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about the posts or about my content, let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading them while the video's new. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more Reddit crap and other things. Is that vague enough? And finally, big thanks to my amazing patrons who help by supporting me more directly over on Patreon. It really helps out. I think that's already 8 videos this month, but I should be back with more very soon here. I'm working so hard because I lost my voice for half of last month, so that sucked. Have a great day, everyone. I try not to judge anyone too much over a video call, even though he was proven right.